A vague warning hits your phone, then the tone on TV changes. Officials avoid names, but they repeat one idea: critical sites. In a real WW3 scenario, some states are not just places to live. They are the hardware of deterrence, and that makes them more exposed than most people realize. Let's see which states America will sacrifice in World War III. The word sacrifice gets thrown around like there is a hidden list of places that are meant to burn first. That is not how real planning works. In reality, some locations carry higher military value because of what sits there or what passes through there. That value can raise risk in a major war, even if the people living nearby never asked for it. This is a model, not a prediction. It is a way to think clearly when headlines are loud and rumors are louder. In a nuclear crisis, the first things to break are not roads and buildings. They are clarity, verification, trust, and time. Leaders have minutes to confirm what is real. Agencies fight for the same bandwidth. People flood the same apps. The result is confusion that spreads faster than any missile. So the practical question is not who gets abandoned. It is what systems become pressure points, and how does a normal household avoid making the worst moves when information is incomplete? Modern targeting is not about movie scenes or symbolic drama. It is about functions. A planner looks at what makes an opponent able to see, decide, move, and keep fighting. If you can blind sensors, disrupt communications, and cut fuel flows, you can slow a response and create bargaining power without hitting every city. That is why targets are often networks, not just dots on a map. Command links matter because orders have to move. Launch forces matter because they shape deterrence. Sensor networks matter because warning time is life. Runways and logistics hubs matter because aircraft need fuel, parts, and safe airspace. Ports matter because heavy equipment and supplies move by sea. Energy nodes matter because nothing runs without power. Communications nodes matter because a nation that cannot coordinate becomes a collective of isolated parts. Another key point is that disruption can be the goal. A strike, or even the threat of strikes, can be used to overwhelm medical systems, jam travel, and fracture public confidence. That chaos can be useful to an aggressor, even if it does not end the war. When people ask, where is safest, they usually mean geography. Planners think in categories. First are nuclear forces and the systems that support them. That includes weapons platforms, maintenance, storage, and the specialized communications that connect them. Second are strategic command and communications. These are the places and links used to confirm warnings, send orders, and prevent mistakes. Third are air and naval power hubs. Aircraft and ships are not just machines. They are crews, fuel, munitions, repair capacity, and access routes. Fourth are space and early warning infrastructure. Sensors in space and on the ground provide the first minutes of truth, which shape every next decision. Fifth are energy, fuel, and transport choke points. Think refineries, pipelines, major rail junctions, and key highway freight corridors. In a crisis, even a cyber strike or sabotage against these systems can cause cascading damage. Some deterrence forces were designed to be spread out on purpose. The idea is simple. If critical assets are dispersed, an opponent has to spend more weapons and more time to try to neutralize them. That raises the cost of an attack and strengthens deterrence. But dispersal also means wide rural regions can sit under the shadow of strategic planning. In a large exchange, an opponent might try to hit many points at once, not because the land is special, but because the function located there is central to deterrence. It is also important to understand that not every risk comes from a direct hit. In a major exchange, flight paths, debris, fallout patterns, and follow-on disruptions can affect areas that were not targeted at all. People often imagine impact zones like neat circles on a map. Real effects are messier. They are shaped by weather, infrastructure interdependence, and human behavior. The lesson is not to panic about your address. It is to prepare for uncertainty, because strategic systems are designed to be resilient, and that resilience can spread risk over larger areas. Submarines matter because they are built to survive. If land-based forces are threatened, sea-based forces can still respond, which strengthens deterrence and can discourage a first strike. That survivable logic is why naval infrastructure, shipyards, and the logistics that keep fleets running can become pressure points in a high-end conflict. Ports and shipyards also sit at the intersection of military and civilian life. They handle containers, fuel, and parts. They employ large workforces. They connect to rail and highway arteries. If shipping insurance spikes, if routes are rerouted, or if ports tighten security, normal supply rhythms can wobble fast. For civilians, the danger is not just physical, it is behavioral. Rumors about naval movement can trigger sudden store runs, long gas lines, and busy roads. People try to get ahead of shortages, and in doing so, they create the shortage. The practical takeaway is to avoid joining the first wave of panic buying and to focus on basics that reduce stress without feeding chaos. In any high-end war plan, command and control is the nervous system. Leaders worry about losing the ability to see what is happening, decide what to do, and communicate the decision reliably. That is decapitation fear in plain language. This fear shortens decision windows. When leaders believe their eyes and ears could be cut off, they may rush. When they believe communications could be spoofed, they may hesitate. Both can be dangerous. A rushed decision risks escalation based on false data. A delayed decision risks losing deterrence or failing to protect forces. This is why governments build redundancy, multiple communication paths, hardened facilities, alternate chains of authority. Even so, the public should expect gaps. Some official messages will be delayed. Some will be vague. Some will conflict at first. Confusion does not always mean incompetence. Sometimes it means the system is trying to confirm reality before it speaks. Homeland defense starts with seeing a launch and confirming it fast. Space-based sensors look for heat plumes that signal missiles leaving the ground or sea. Ground-based radars track objects as they arc through the sky. Different sensors feed data into command systems that fuse it into a clearer picture. From a civilian view, the first signs may be indirect. Emergency alerts, sudden changes in air traffic, news anchors repeating limited statements, social media clips that do not match, a sense that authorities know more than they are saying. The key point is simple. Warning is necessary, But warning is not protection. A good warning system buys time. It does not stop physics. If anything, a warning adds a new challenge, because millions of people may have minutes to decide what to do, and many will decide badly if they have no plan. If this helps you think clearly and plan calmly, subscribe and share it with someone you trust today. Even far from any strike, war stress can punch daily life in the gut. Banking systems can slow down under traffic or cyber pressure. Fuel deliveries can become uneven as routes change and security tightens. Trucking can stall when drivers cannot refuel or when warehouses cannot process payments. Medicines can run short when supply chains depend on air freight or just-in-time delivery. Internet congestion can make it feel like the world is disappearing, even when it is still there. That anxiety drives people to refresh feeds, send longer messages, and clog networks even more. Hospitals can be overwhelmed by injuries, but also by fear. People flood emergency rooms for symptoms that are not emergencies. This is where sacrifice can be misunderstood. It may not mean impacts, it may mean system strain. In a crisis, life becomes harder not only where something hits, but also where coordination fails. The real edge for a household is reducing dependence on perfect timing and perfect services. If a major crisis begins, many Americans will first notice the mood shift, not the facts. Markets swing hard, companies issue vague updates, schools send early release messages, cell networks feel slower, stores fill, shelves are thin in a few odd categories. People argue about whether it is real. You will also see a flood of maps. Some will be old, some will be fake, some will be made for clicks, not truth. You may see confident voices claiming they know what is targeted, what is safe, and what to do next. Treat that certainty as a warning sign. Assume confusion. Assume partial information. Your goal in the first hour is simple. Reduce injury risk and avoid locking yourself into a bad move. Get inside. Move away from windows and outside doors. If you are in a car, park safely and go indoors. Do not stand on a porch to watch the sky. Pick one room as your shelter space, ideally an interior room with few windows. Bring in shoes, water, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and any daily medication. Charge phones and battery packs while power is available. Stop doom scrolling. Pick one or two reliable sources and check them on a schedule, not every minute. Set one out-of-area contact for your family. Send short texts only. I am inside. I am safe. Checking again in 30 minutes. Long calls jam networks. Fill clean containers with water if you can. Close windows. Keep pets indoors. Do not drive into congestion. Do not chase rumors about safe routes. In a fast-moving crisis, ports, bridges, and main highways can become choke points, and being trapped in traffic is the opposite of safety. If the crisis stretches beyond the first day, your life turns into maintenance. You are not trying to be brave. You are trying to be steady. Water comes first. Keep it clean. Use sealed sources when possible. Keep food simple. Eat what spoils first. Do not waste fuel on unnecessary trips. Keep medications organized and protected from heat and moisture. Basic hygiene matters because illness compounds stress when clinics are overloaded. Expect rolling outages and fuel limits. Expect patchy mobile service and strange payment issues. Cash demand may spike, but do not risk crowds just to withdraw more than you need. Build a routine of small tasks. Check supplies. Check on a neighbor if it is safe. Clean. Rest. And repeat. Keep roles clear in the household so no one is guessing. Avoid conflict. People will be tired, scared, and sharp. If you must go out, go early. Go with a list and come back. The week is about stability, not heroics. Myth 1. There is a national missile shield. Reality. Defenses are layered and limited. They may work in some cases, but they cannot cover everything. Myth 2. One strike ends everything instantly. Reality. Even a single event can cause long-term disruption, and most harm comes from cascading failures, not fireballs. The healthier approach is simple. Expect uncertainty. Follow verified guidance. Make choices that reduce exposure to injury and reduce reliance on perfect services. So, can the United States really defend itself? It can detect launches, it can track threats, and it may intercept some in limited scenarios. But it cannot promise nationwide coverage against a modern, large, sophisticated attack. The uncomfortable truth is that defense is measured in probabilities, not guarantees. That is why the real household defense is not waiting for a perfect shield. It is quiet preparation that keeps you stable when systems wobble. Know how to shelter. Keep a basic water buffer. Keep a simple communication plan. Practice disciplined routines so fear does not burn your time and supplies. You cannot control what leaders decide or what adversaries attempt, but you can control your next actions, and in the first hours of a crisis, that control is more valuable than any rumor. Missile defense can reduce risk in narrow cases, but it is not a guarantee. The smarter plan is calm action, shelter, water, simple communication, and disciplined choices when information is incomplete.